Alright, so, if I'm you going into this game, I'm not particularly thrilled about a Blitzcrank jungle, but whatever. I should have mentioned that I prefer you play ranked solo queue games for lessons over normals just because people tend to be more serious in solo queue and you don't get things like Blitzcrank jungle, um, even though you might be good at it. I mean, besides that, you kind of lucked out and everybody's taking it pretty seriously. You've got teleport on both your top laners. Um, Pretty meta picks all around. It's like meta for lower elo. So, I think what we're going to be looking at for this game is winning lane, snowballing a lead. That's the goal. That's what we want to work on because winning the lane and snowballing a lead can win you a game regardless of how bad your team is. You don't have to worry about team fighting 100% perfectly if you're super strong. So that's going to be the goal of this game. We'll see how that goes. If we ever load in. Excuse me, I woke up an hour early for this lesson because I'm stupid and I had my thing on the wrong time. And I thought this lesson was at 9 a.m. Turns out it's at 10 a.m. So I could have got an extra hour of sleep. But, oops. So, apparently I'm not in the same time zone as Chicago. I didn't know that. Thought Ohio and Chicago had the same time zone. Anyways. Okay, game started. You have 42 AP. That is a lot. Is that a Viktor thing? Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to
I
Summoner's
like your
Rift.
build, but I think that you should get the 9 points in the utility, like we talked about, like as you were loading into the game. In my opinion, 9 points in the defensive tree isn't big enough to be valuable.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Utility tree, like, it gives you 75 mana or something like that with the new update, and the biscuits, which give you more health and and like 10 mana or something per health potion you buy. It also, there's a thing for lowered summoner spell cooldown, and it makes your flash
Minions have
like
spawned.
a minute shorter or 30 seconds shorter or something like that. Probably 30 seconds, a minute would be really strong. But either way, like, that's something that you can't really afford to not have. Your Blitzcrank's just running around through the jungle. The Draven's like AFK at the tower and didn't leash him. That's unfortunate. Not much he can do. Okay,
A summoner has reconnected.
so this is a little thing, but um, okay. Sitting here is good. That's really smart. A lot of people don't do that. But a little mistake that I see you making is you obviously you're not trying to push the wave, which is good. You know, you don't want to push the wave. Uh, or at least it, you know, if you don't want to push the wave, you don't have to. Now, here's a little problem though. You're letting Diana be up in these melees to get these last hits. That should not be happening, right? She's melee. She does not have really anything besides her Q that can get you. You started with your Death Ray. You can just auto, Death Ray, auto. Like right now, her Q's down, you should instantly go into Harass. When you know that her only spell is on cooldown and she's melee and you're ranged, like, you need to get up in her face, poke her, force her out of lane. Also, like, she shouldn't be able to beat you to level 2. Melee champions should always get bullied in lane. You haven't gone for an auto on her once yet. You're prioritizing last hits, which is good. You've only got 3 out of 10 so far. No, out of 8 so far. Okay. You got 5 out of 12.
First love.
Yeah, so that gank was really ineffective for a couple of reasons. One, Blitzcrank missed his hook, and beyond that, he doesn't have any gank potential. And 2, you're not poking her down, so she's getting ganked, but she's full health, right? So imagine getting ganked by a champion that doesn't really have a lot of damage, Blitzcrank, and the Viktor is like just more focused on farming than harassing. Like, she's just too healthy. Oh, and she's plat 4, okay. I wondered why she had so much more CS. She's just a lot healthier than you, and she's bullying you. Like, if you're getting bullied out by this Diana, that's a problem. You cannot let her do that. You just need to walk up into the wave, auto attack her, Q her, E her, whatever you need to do, get your poke down on her, but safely, right? The point is that she can't trade back with you. At least not as well as you can trade with her. The only thing that she has is range is her Q, and if you don't abuse that before level 6, then she's just gonna get a free lane. I'm gonna be honest with you, unless something changes quickly, she already won this lane. She's got 900 gold, she could back by a blasting wand or whatever she wants. Negatron cloak, she's probably going Abyssal Scepter first item. And the first thing that she's gonna do when she hits 6 after she buys is come into lane and one-shot you. I guarantee it. Bad start. Yeah, if I'm her, I'm thinking, okay, this is a free kill. She's got Ignite, she's got Flash. All she needs to do is hit you with the Q and you're dead. She could kill that Blitzcrank so easily right now. Like, I might have let Blitzcrank hit me so I could get a free Q and blow his ass up, but... You're dead. She can kill you. I don't know why she's not. Maybe she wants one more Q. Yeah. That worked out well for you. But, like, do you see what I'm saying? Even before she did it, I could anticipate that that's what she was going to do. Because it was really clear. Like, she was zoning you really well. She was poking you. And that's what Diana's do. Diana's all in you. You said that you're starting to pick her up. So I think that you could have anticipated that yourself. So, right now, main problems are you shouldn't be getting zoned by a Diana. You definitely shouldn't be getting out farmed by a Diana. And you need to be careful when you're around like a full health Diana that can all in you. And this is actually really, oh well, she went when she didn't have her thing. Okay. But this is something that I feel like a lot of low elo players, like, in their mind they understand, like, oh, if you're behind in CS that's bad, but they don't understand how bad it is. Like, you're down 16 CS and 300 gold. 298. You're down 298 gold and you're only down 16 CS. You each have a kill. Like, the only reason that you're down in gold is because of CS. And 16 CS doesn't seem like a lot when you're looking at the numbers, but when you think, oh, 298 gold, that's actually kind of a big deal. That's like a couple health potions and a ward, or say she's up another 298 gold on the next back strictly off of CS, then that's like an amplifying tome and some potions and a ward or boots, and you know, like 2 or 3 backs building up with her going up 300 gold each time. She's got a blasting wand, or she's on her way to a needlessly large rod. She's just getting further and further ahead of you, and it's not because she's getting kills, it's because she's getting farm. Like, she has a kill worth of gold uh, purely from CS, and I feel like a lot of low elo players don't realize how valuable farming is. I mean, I'm sure you're like, oh, I need to farm, but you might not think, oh, I need to farm as badly as you do. CS is very important. Okay, again, this is like sort of poking the bear here. You're getting too close to the Diana. She's got a rod. You've got your upgraded thing and a Doran's ring. So let's watch that again. Okay, this is that trade where you missed your W. And then she's gonna look for it. She's looking for it right away. She gets her ward down. She knows that Blitzcrank's bot. These are all things that are going through her head. Blitzcrank is bot. Her jungler's nearby if she needs help. You were at like 3/4 health. She had a ton of mana and health. She was ready to all in you. Now she knows that you don't have flash for another 5 minutes. And all that did is it made it so that you can't come out again. So you need to be aware of these things. You need to, first of all, you need to be careful and dodge the Diana Q, but I understand that sometimes it's a little easier said than done. So all of this again is coming back to you got zoned and you didn't farm. Well, it's not even that you got zoned. You just didn't CS as well as she did, and you didn't zone at all. Like, zoning was your job alone. Like, she could not zone you if she tried, because she doesn't have any range. Like, until 6, she's pretty much useless. The only thing that she can harass with is an occasional Q, and that's not going to do a ton of damage. So, you just gave her a free laning phase until level 6. Okay, now at this point, you saw her go bot, right? And these two are probably dead. That's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bet that these two are dead. They're probably going to overchase when they might be able to just turn around and walk out. Mid laner got fed roaming. Yeah, Diana might come down here and get a double. Now, okay, you ping it. What you need to do is, you know that she's bot. You need to shove this out, which you're doing. You're using your spells, farming. Okay. See, this is what I thought. The Draven and Nami went the wrong way. Diana got that double. And it was right of you not to follow. Like, if you had followed on that roam, you probably would have died too. Maybe you could have shoved the wave harder. I don't know. I kind of fast forwarded it, but I'm assuming you used your spells on cooldown, and if you did, there's not much else you can do. But like, this is getting back to that main problem that we were talking about, which is you getting out farmed. Diana went for a roam, picked up a double kill, and she's still up 16 CS. So that shouldn't be happening. That is why you're behind. Okay, so you go for a roam yourself. That's probably not the best stun thing. What's that called? Gravity field. Draven said. Wow. Their balance really fast.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
I'd imagine this is like a 20-minute surrender. Because your Nami keeps DCing and your ADC is 1-5. Okay. You got lucky. Now I know that you're probably thinking like, oh, we lost this game because Diana roamed bot and picked up that double kill. And to some extent, you're right. Like, Diana roaming bot and getting that double kill was really big. It did make her really strong, but in my opinion, that's not why you guys are losing this game. Or that's not the biggest reason why Diana's strong. Diana's strong because you didn't apply pressure on her early game, and she was allowed to get big. You allowed her to be strong enough to roam, essentially. Had you zoned her and poked her out of lane and didn't let her get up 40 CS right now, what was she up in laning phase, like 12 or 16 or something like that, like really early on the first back, which we said was worth like 300 gold.
Double kill.
Had she not gotten that far ahead in laning phase, I think this would be a pretty different story. Well, for your lane at least. think you might have been able to get strong in this game, but you needed to bully mid lane and zone as much as you could. I don't really know about this roam. Like, you're not gonna get a kill on Nasus. Again, like, your gravity fields are kind of poorly placed. You want to lead them. So, like, here, I'll show you where you should have put that. So, you come up for this Nasus, and then you put the gravity field right on top of him, right? A little bit behind him, even. So, what that does is it says, he's like here, when it comes up, he's like, well, shit, I'm just gonna walk to here, right? He just instinctively walks out. It's just already the direction he's going. But if you were to put this gravity field here, that game is retarded. Yeah. If you were to put this gravity field here, then instead of him just walking straight out, he'd have a bit of a dilemma, right? He'd either have to walk through it and get stunned, like midway, and then the gravity field would do its job, or he'd say, shit, I gotta dodge this, he'd turn around, he'd try and walk around, and then that would effectively do the same thing. It might slow him even more than him just walking around. Did he flash? No, okay. I looked at my mouse for a second, it looked like he flashed. Okay.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Shut
See if
down.
that gravity field is better.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay. Your Blitzcrank goes super ham. You rotate. Again, you're not really leading it. So, this one is like a preventative one, like you're forcing the Diana into tower, which would have been good on this Nasus up here. But what you wanted to do this time would be a protective one, like one to protect your Blitzcrank. You put the gravity field like here, right? Because Diana was about here, which having the gravity field here is good because Diana. Why is my cursor funny? I just realized that. Actually, I'm gonna create a cursor like that. Oh. 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna share the link with you. Okay. So this gravity field would have been good had you been, this gravity field would have been good, had the Diana been trying to run away. But the Diana was going for this kill, so all that it does is, like, stun these minions. I suppose she walked back through it and got slowed a little bit, but if it were here, you would have stunned her, and you wouldn't have had to blow your flash. Or ignite, probably. But you get the kill, whatever.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team has slain the dragon.
I'd imagine you guys are about to surrender. Yeah. Vlad probably puts in the good old FF.
Raven out.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna upload this video now.